Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, back with another riveting edition of the Cringe Theater, a series in which I sit, watch, and react in real time to a god-awful, cringy movie, anime, TV show, or what have you. And for today's episode, we got a special treat for you as I'm going to be watching and reacting to all 5 episodes of the OVA series, Master of Martial Arts. Can you see that right there? Right there? You know, just by looking at this cover, I think you can tell what this series is going to be about. I mean, you got a bunch of girls. You got 3 girls. They're all standing. Their clothes are ripped up. Their bras are showing. In fact, if I were to open this up and you were to see inside, it has a not safe for work edition of this picture. And I can't show it because I already got hit with a community guideline strike because I showed sexual inappropriate content. Thank you so much, YouTube. But most importantly, thank you, Valkyrie Drive. And speaking about that wonderful, incredible anime known as Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, the animation studio responsible for that tribe, I believe they're called ARMS, are the exact same studio behind this masterful piece of art. Are you surprised? Because honestly, you really shouldn't. I mean, in the Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, you have a bunch of girls on an island that fight amongst each other, and whenever they would duel each other, they would get into altercations that will lead to them getting their clothes ripped off until they are absolutely naked. And I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to see a similar premise like that here in Master of Martial Arts. Although I don't think that the girls are going to be making out with each. You know what? Nope. I think we are going to see some lesbo action in this anime. But I don't think that any of them will turn into weapons. That's for sure. But enough talk. Let's actually get to watching this anime. Now again, I know nothing about it. I'm going in completely blind. I hope that it's a lot of fun. I can already tell it's going to have some elements that I did not like from Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, but who knows, maybe this concept might actually be interesting. Maybe this anime might actually be some fun. Who knows? I go into these completely blind, so maybe this might be the one to change my opinion of this type of genre. I highly doubt it, but hey, it's going to be entertaining for you guys, not so much for me. So anyway, with all that said, let's get to the Cringe Theater, shall we? And go! This looks like early 2000s animation. Does not bode well for the rest of the series. I mean, if there's one thing I could give Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, at least the animation looked really good. This one looks rather cheap. Although, you could almost say it was a victim of its time. You know, early 2000s animation isn't all that good, very limited. But who knows, we'll have to wait and see. Holy shit! Holy shit! What's in that bag? You put a bunch of cement in there? Holy shit! I'm not gonna lie, the opening's kind of annoying, but this is just my initial hearing, so maybe it might get better upon repeat viewing, but I didn't like it that much. Jesus, look at this poor character design. These girls have the same exact face. The only thing that's really different is their hair and like the way that their uniform is. Like one has hers very proper, she has the tie, and the other one has it open. But I swear, if you were to remove their hair and just give them the same uniform, they look like the same character. Holy shit, they tore that shit up.
What do you say we get out of here, before we get dragged into this? Not yet.
Why do you care so much about this battle? This is none of your business. Leave. She used good fortune charms as shurikens. Okay, well played, anime.
Oh, bitch, get out the way.
see how they have that little filter where it makes that kind of sunset glow? It just looks so aesthetically unpleasing. It looks ugly. Look at the thing. I hate to be overly critical, but guys, that just doesn't look that good at all. And I've seen anime that came out during this time that pulled off this effect way better. Moe Burger! Ba 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 ba! We're suing you.
If you find it, it can grant whatever wish you make. That is, if you're a girl. Weird, huh? It doesn't work for boys.
Well, at least they explain now why it's only focused on girls. I'll give the anime that. They explain why most of the characters are girls. I'll say this though, the dub's not cringy. This might be the first anime I've seen in this series where the dub's pretty solid. I applaud Funimation. I mean, I never doubt their ability to make some quality dubs. Although sometimes some of their dubs are quite questionable.
We're both trying to win the martial heart.
What? What a coincidence. We were just talking about the martial art.
But here's what's happening. We're in the middle of a female battle tournament. The winner can make a wish, and whatever it is will be granted.
So we walked in on your battle tournament? How come no one knows about it?
Because all of the battles are supposed to be carried out in secret. No one can know. Not even me.
Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. I like that this anime is actually explaining its premise. Because again, most anime like this do not explain their premise. They just throw you in and say, accept what's put on screen. But they explain why it's mostly female-driven. They explain why no one else knows about this fight. And they explain kind of like a mystery lore, or like they kind of give you hints to the mystery of this world. So far, this first episode is not that bad, and there's not a lot of fan service too. That's another thing that's quite surprising. Besides that one battle scene, there hasn't been any gratuitous shots of panties or tits. Not like, you know, Valkyrie Drive. This seems more tame in comparison.
It's called the martial arts. I bet you've never heard of it. Yes, I have.
The fuck are little girls talking about the martial art for? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, Sally, for the martial art! As much as I am kind of engaged into what she's talking, I still can't help but be distracted by the background. I mean, this filter looks ugly!
I don't like that.
Oh, I gotta admit, this first episode's really surprising me. It's not that cringy, guy. I'm being serious. I'm liking this so far. I mean, besides the limited animation, which I don't blame it for, it's a victim of its time, the fan service at the beginning and just the poor execution of the action, again, due to the animation. But so far, it's not half bad. You know, these characters are somewhat interesting. You know, this character has motivation. They do explain a little bit about them, so I don't see what's so bad about it. And I like this whole thing where she kind of accepts this girl as a friend, you know, actually granting her wish without having her seek out the martial art. Although, you know, I do have a question. So if her wish has been granted now, does that mean she's out of the tournament? Because now she doesn't need to get the martial art. Her wish was granted, right?
For the rest of my life, today will be known as Making Friends Day. I promise I'll never forget it.
Don't you think you might be taking this a little too far?
Not at all. This is an important day.
Oh shit, somebody's gonna die, isn't it? Someone's gonna die now. I'm so happy.
I've graduated from the martial arts. You know what? I never... Oh, hey,
Haruki.
Haruki. We just waited for some tea.
For as tough as this girl is, deep down, she's still girly. Hey there, beautiful. I'm sexy and bland. Fall in love with me.
We're really friends, right? I mean, like, forever? I mean, forever, right?
Okay, you're getting a bit creepy now. Okay, don't get too clingy. Your wish has been granted, but just don't go overboard now. Oh man, that's so cheap. Really? You put characters in a black background and pretend like it's dark? Come on, they're outside. There's starlight and the moonlight will at least give some light. Like, come on. This is just a cheap ploy to save money on animation.
I've got a secret weapon that's going to be impossible to defeat.
My tits! What? How did you do that?
How did he?
Oh, that's a cheap blow. Really? You kidnapped? You kidnapped her crush? Come on.
Face.
That's like super villain level scumbaggery right there.
Or you can watch your little boyfriend get blown into tiny bits and pieces.
Gee, is your wish really that important? You're willing to commit murder for it? What the hell is so important to you that you would risk killing somebody for? Girl, you need to get your priorities straight. What the fuck? I guess because she's like moving so fast that the force of her kicks are just shattering her clothes. I mean, logically that doesn't make any sense. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief, but that's just fucking silly. Okay, now it's like, come on. She didn't even hit her that hard. You're just purposefully doing this now. It's like, what the hell? Seriously, like, you just punched, like, it's not even like a forceful punch. It was a simple punch. What?
Who the hell are these people? Martial art?
Wait, did she just run away from the scene and left the guy there? You're not gonna help him out or something? Like, you're just gonna leave him there? Wow. You're a bitch. See? I told you something bad was gonna happen. They're like, we're gonna be friends forever. That is the calling card for catastrophe. Okay, so that was the first episode, and I gotta be honest, so far, not all that bad. I mean, it's not the greatest thing ever, but at least it's not painful to watch or so cringe-inducing I'm just face-palming constantly. There's actually an interesting story being told here with characters that I'm not fully invested in, but I care enough to want to see them succeed. I like this initial start to the series. I bought the friendship. I mean, it's not like the greatest friendship, but at least it had a solid beginning, and that's how I would describe this episode. It's a solid beginning, a solid introduction to this series. Now, is that to say that it's without flaws? Of course not. I've already commented on how bad the animation is, and it really works against the series, especially in the action department, because the action scenes are just not that intense or thrilling. They're not really fun to watch, and it's mostly because of how limited and cheap their animation is. I didn't like the character designs. I thought that some of the fan service moments were a bit blatant and unnecessary. I mean, when you're fighting, you don't need their clothes to just rip off. It just seems a bit excessive and unnecessary. But I'm sure, you know, it's fan service, and I will say it is used sparingly. It's not like every other scene, like in most of the anime I've seen in this series, has like gratuitous moments of fan service. They do use it in certain moments, and so far they've only used it for the action scenes. You know, when they're sitting and eating, it's not like their boobs just plop onto the table. It's like they took those scenes seriously, and then when the action came, that's when they decided to go bombastic and over the top. So I can respect that, but at the same time, it is a bit distracting. Like, okay, I want to just focus on the fight, but you're purposely showing certain parts of these girls' bodies just so that you can draw attention to them for the sake of fan service. And again, it's a little over excessive and unnecessary. You don't need to point them out. But the scenes speak for itself. But yeah, I'm actually curious to see where this is gonna go, you know, so let's move on to the second episode, shall we? And go. I find it so funny that they resort to this cliche, you know, the character running in place, sort of, and the background's moving, and then you have the characters flashing in the background. How many times have you seen that in an opening for an anime? It happens way too much. You know, I honestly believe if this anime was made now, the action here would be fantastic. But unfortunately, since this was made, based on the way this animation looks, I want to say between 2006 and 2010. Editing, Tony, tell us what year this anime was made and if I was close. And that girl has no ass. It's like flat down there. You need to get in contact with Mrs. Incredible. She could teach you how to have a thick ass, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, anime, you don't have to keep showing this girl naked. We get it. She has a nice body, although no ass.
Just remember, Daddy is watching over you, so don't compare.
Oh, come on! Come on!
One of your teachers at the grocery store, Miss Suma,
The dead parent cliche? Come on! Why? I know I shouldn't like overreact like that, but jeez. Don't forget, Daddy's always watching you. Come on. Why does the father need to be dead? You must explain why the dad is dead. And it must have some significant relevance to the main character's story. Because if you just kill the dad just to kill the dad, I'm gonna be pissed.
1 week suspension.
Correct. Children who can't respect me must be banished from my sight for a week, for I am the gatekeeper.
Okay, that dialogue is cringe. Children who never listen to me are banished from my sight, because I'm the gatekeeper. Dude, the way that they drew her boobs seems a bit asymmetrical. Again, small detail, but I found it distracting. Just that one small moment, I'm like, what the hell did they do right there?
and besides, you
Did they not pay attention to the details? Make sure that they were even at least?
Hey, Aya, I'm not sure it's a good idea to fight out here in the open like this.
Well, good idea or not, this is where the message said we were supposed to meet.
Aren't they supposed to fight in secret? I mean, to fight in an open area just seems counterintuitive,
I
no?
have to stay.
I mean, a dark alley,
Don't worry.
a dark park, that makes sense.
Fight, that's right.
Underneath the bridge, that makes sense. But near a water fountain in daylight? Did they skip school?
You're late to school and now leaving without permission.
Oh, yeah, call them out, Miss
We'll
Suma.
be able to cover for you.
But she probably is the person she has to
Not
fight.
what you think. We're actually out here for a good reason.
Yep, you're gonna fight her. Come on, we know it already. Just let's go.
I can't skip this appointment.
I see. It's for a friend. Giving up your wish is a very noble thing.
What?
The teacher? No way! Who could have saw that
I
coming?
suppose this is the fate of those fighting for the martial heart. What's wrong? Are you afraid?
You couldn't help yourself, could you, Adam? You had to have the boing scene, right? Okay, I hate to be that guy right now, but I thought the whole point, the whole concept of this whole tournament is that you fight in secret. Why are you fighting in the open? I guess you're fortunate that there happens to be nobody else around, although I don't think that's the case. I think that's mostly due to the cheapness of the animation. They decided not to put any extras in the background, and even if they did, $5, they all would just be standing around like cardboard cutouts.
Stand back.
But look, again, they explained this in the first episode, that they fight in secret.
Before we fight.
This is not fighting in secret. This is the clear-cut example of fighting in public. The cops would be called after this. Why are her hands so big? They're so disproportional.
Focus on the
Again, I know I keep doing this, but this animation is not done well.
I figured you might be pretty good.
Oh, so she dodged one punch. Is like, man, you're pretty good.
But why?
You'll find out. It's not fair
Can-
if I
can you guys- Can we stop talking and actually get to the
Say
fight?
you're not going down with one.
It just, I'm bored with this conversation. Let's just move on now.
Fight against you. Be careful.
You said that already. Move on. Then again, that's just like a Black Critic Guy video. Tony, you already repeated yourself like a billion times. Move on. Then again, why am I demanding them to get to the action? I mean, the action's not going to be thrilling anyway, so let's just skip this whole thing, right? Because you don't really feel the weight of the drama in this scene. Because, unlike that other girl, they didn't spend enough time with this teacher to really convince us that they felt so strongly about them. I mean, yeah, sure, she got them out of a bad situation, but that was it. I don't feel the dilemma of this scene.
Miss Suma, you don't have to worry. Our time to fight is set for tomorrow, so until then you're just my student.
Yeah, I still wouldn't trust you, man. Now that I know who you really are and what you're doing. Although she's probably gonna explain why she's participating, so I'm gonna shut up.
So, can you tell me what you're wishing for, Miss Suma?
Please don't ask me to tell you that. It only makes things harder when you're fighting a battle against someone you know. Same for you. I don't have any desire to know what dream of yours I may crush when I face you.
Hey, you might not want her to know, and you might not want to tell her, but you damn sure better tell us, the audience. What's up with the blown out background? Seriously, that was distracting. I feel like I'm watching Solo, a Star Wars story, anime edition. Again, I don't feel the dilemma here at all. And what, we're fighting in the same place? You couldn't have picked a different location. Again, this is in public, in the open.
Tony, why are you repeating yourself? Move on!
Oh, very funny, guys.
I was hoping you would come to your senses and withdraw. As it is now, I have no choice but to make sure you're not in school tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
Whoa! Whoa! You're going to that extreme?
Come on, Maya. Think back through all those times in class when I put you on the spot. You've got to remember some of it.
Why are you helping her? I thought you want to win this fight, right? Why are you giving your opponent an advantage? Can you just finish this already? I'm bored with this fight. I don't care. I feel nothing from this fight. I rather she just fight somebody to get back the other girl. Is this just not child abuse right now? Like, this is a grown-ass woman fighting a high schooler, man. Someone called Child Protective Service. Someone called the cops. I don't care if she's a woman. That's child abuse. Oh, damn, she turned Super Saiyan. What the fuck? I find it funny that only when she fights other girls do their bras explode, but when she gets into fights, her bras are perfectly fine. And you can't use the, oh, she's underage thing, because we saw her tits at the beginning of this anime, so, I mean, what's the reason, anime? You don't want to show her tits when she's in a fight, but when she's showering, oh, it's innocent, it's fine.
Miss Suma didn't hold back just because she was facing her student.
Well, actually, she kind of held back, if you would consider helping your opponent holding back, because she definitely was giving her so many chances to get back into the fight. I mean, if she really wanted to just take her down, she wouldn't have been giving her any assistance. And you know what would have been interesting? If when fighting her, she realized that the chemical equations that she was using actually meant something, instead of having the teacher have to explain it to her. See, that's how you do clever writing right there, where the character figures it out, solves it for themselves, instead of having another character have to explain it to them, you feel me? Seriously, why is her bra and her panty not being ripped? Everybody else's gets ripped whenever she fights them. And who's this random girl that she just started fighting all of a sudden? Yeah, there was no build up to it. It's like, nah, I'm just fighting this girl with wrenches. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Put so much force in the punch, their clothes rip off.
I figured I'd stop by and see how she was doing, but when I got to her room, it was a mess and she was gone.
What? I find it hard to believe that she vanished completely. I don't get this.
What? You find this hard to believe? That this is the second time it happened, and it happened in the same fashion. Someone disappeared, the room is made a mess. Come on, it's no longer just a coincidence. The same thing happened to Miko. That was her name, right? Miko? I forgot her name already, sorry. But I'm serious, this the same thing happened and you find this hard to believe? Are you an idiot?
Everyone who loses a martial art challenge, they disappear.
Oh, now you're putting it together. I thought you found this hard to believe.
I've got an idea. Let's go to the pool tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go to the pool. We haven't seen a lot of TNA lately. We haven't done a lot of fan service scenes so far. Yeah, let's go to the pool. We are a fan service ecchi anime. We need the obligatory beach and pool scene. Okay, anyway, I don't need to see a close-up shot of a teenage girl's panty in her crotch. Let's not go there. Oh, see, we need the obligatory pool and beach episode. This is it. As if the show doesn't already provide us with a lot of moments of fan service. You know, you're making me seem like an idiot for praising the first episode for having some sort of restraint in its fan service. Now you're just being blatant. Now I can't really defend you, because you're committing all the sins, all the mistakes of other ecchi anime. God! You were such great restraint, what happened? Okay, anime, yes, we've seen her crotch, we've seen her rack. You keep showing it enough, and we get it already.
If she leaves me here with her brother for too long, then I don't know what might happen.
Nothing's gonna happen. This is the handsome but stoic, bland, no fun male character. He's not gonna do anything. What male character during this modern age actually pulls a move?
Oh no,
Not many. In fact, I could probably name in one hand male characters that would actually do something in a situation like this.
And you're my catch.
You're under arrest, sugar. You have the right to remain silent, sweetie. Anything you say can and will be used to kick your ass.
It doesn't really matter who I am. You're under arrest because you're being a little tramp.
You're under arrest because you're being a little tramp. The fuck did she do to be a tramp? She did nothing wrong. She's sitting on a bed. You're being a bitch. You're being a nosy bitch, actually. And by the way, why is this guy just standing around? This girl just got attacked by a cop, supposedly. Is he not gonna do something? He's just gonna stand there looking bland? Again, I hate to bring this up again, but aren't they supposed to be fighting in secret? They're fighting in a public pool. There was literally 4 people staring at them. What? So is no one gonna like call security or like call the police? I mean, now they know that these two are fighting. You saw that crowd of people. No one's gonna do anything? No one's gonna try to prevent this from happening? We're just gonna allow it to happen?
The two of you look great together. I think you'd make a really great couple.
Okay.
I mean, he's cute, but he's gotta be stupid if he's with you. At least you have.
No, he's just stupid. I mean, he just stood there while his sister's best friend is being attacked by a random woman. He did nothing. What a scumfuck.
The whole story. Who are these people? I wonder what they know.
You okay, Aya? Seriously, what was that all about?
What? Where the hell were you? You just stood there this whole time while your best friend's sister was being assaulted by a random woman? You may be the worst male character I've ever seen. I mean, talk about non-engaging. I find it funny. It's like every other year, I find a male character worse than the previous person I thought was the worst male character I've ever seen. First it was Makoto, then it became Fuckface, then it was Blander Fuckface, or I should say, like, between Makoto, it was like the 3 fuckers from Green, and then Fuckface, then Blander Fuckface, then Captain Dickless, what was his name? Captain Pussycock, there, Captain Pussycock, and now this man. I don't even know what to call him. I'll probably think of a name later on, but I'm flabbergasted. The whole time, he stood there, did nothing, watched this fight happening, or I guess he watched the fight. We didn't see him ever again after the fight began. It was only after the fight ended, he's just like, puts the coat on, he's like, hey, you okay? I could have helped out there, but, you know, this is your anime. I don't need to do anything. What? and this girl likes him? What about him is interesting? He belongs in that cliche number 9 squad. This may not be a romance anime, but he definitely fits the criteria to be a member of that prestigious group. I have a question. So you can actually team up and win the heart thingy, the martial heart. Like, I thought only one person can win it. So wouldn't the sisters have to end up fighting each other anyway? They didn't really explain that part of the rules. In fact, now that I think about it, they didn't really explain this competition very well either. Is this anime starting to fall apart at the seams? I mean, I feel like with each new episode, this anime gets worse and worse. It's Doomed Megaopolis all over again.
And Mitsuma? They're both dead? It can't be. How did this happen?
No, they can't be dead. There's no way. They're gonna pull a cop out and it's like, oh, well, no one actually died. It was just a serum to knock them out, that's all. So after you just told her that you killed her favorite teacher and her new friend, which motivated her to even participate in the martial arts tournament, you then go and ask her if she wants to join you? What are you, Zod? Oh yeah, Superman, join me. And you know, I'm gonna destroy your home, I'm gonna destroy the earth. But hey, come join me. We'll be powerful together.
3 of us. 1 of you. You're dead already. The 3 sisters have never lost before.
See, when you say lines like that, you're doomed to fail now. You set yourself up for failure. The 3 sisters have never been defeated. By the way, I think you guys need to like work a bit on your creative naming. I mean, the 3-sister attack, the 3 sisters. You guys couldn't think of something more clever or creative? And is it just me, or are the fight scenes getting less engaging and more repetitive? I feel like it's the same type of thing. Like, the main character gets her ass beat for like a couple seconds, but then she finds the will to fight and then ends up defeating her foes. That's how it all goes down. Each of her fights, she's at a disadvantage, gets her ass beat pretty badly, and then she's like, oh no, through the power of friendship, I'll find a way! And then she defeats them all. She's not dead. Come on. That's just a way to trick the audience into believing that this is a lost cause. But then we're gonna discover in the next episode, no, actually she's not dead. We had her the whole time. And if you want to have her back, you have to beat me in a fight.
You've proven to us tonight that you are unwilling to join our alliance.
Wait, there's another alliance? So there's the sister alliance, and then that sister alliance was part of another alliance? Isn't that a bit convoluted? Like, you don't need to be this overly complex anime. You're an anime about a bunch of people fighting for a martial art. I mean, simple. Keep it simple.
Your friend Mikazuki is still alive.
See, I fucking told you she was still alive. It was a ruse.
My master, our leader, would like to have a word with you personally.
And by word, she means he wants to fight her. It's a dude. It's a dude. She told you. It's a dude. Wait, isn't that that's the girl, that's the guy she likes, right? That's him? I can't tell, the guy's so bland, I don't really remember his face, so.
What are you doing with them?
So it was him. Okay. Knew it. I knew it. I just realized, you know, we didn't really spend much time with Wrench Girl. Like, she came and she was gone. Like that. What was she fighting for? Who was she? Why did we spend literally no time with her? Like shit, we got like 2 episodes with the 3 sisters. We got 2 episodes with the teacher. Couldn't even get a full episode with Wrench Girl. Do you even know what her name is? Is she just Wrench Girl? Wow. Kind of asshole anime. Like, at least give some explanations or motivation to what they're doing, right? You know what's so sad I'm starting to realize how flat this main character is. I don't know what happened to that girl in the first episode, the one that was actually interesting, but like, she up and disappeared. The character that we've been watching from episode 2 onwards has not been that girl. The thing that made her so interesting is completely gone. And now it just seems like she's a mopey little like she's such a Debbie Downer. Mopey Debbie Downers. Like, oh, what am I gonna do? And oh my god, my friend and my teacher and the boy that I like, they're all part of this secret tournament that isn't properly explained anyway. Oh, what am I gonna do? What happened? Like, she was an interesting character in the first episode. Like, I was like, oh, the character has a backstory. It's kind of interesting, has motivation. Let's see where this goes. Now she's just dour. And she's just not fun to follow anymore. Hey, quick question, by the way. So that they all went to the pool. Where was she in this little altercation? She up and disappeared too. That's kind of suspicious, no? You know, she gets attacked by the sisters. She's nowhere to be seen. Her brother's a part of this secret organization. Kind of suspect. Wait, they're fighting at Akihabara? The big marketplace? Hello, anime, did you forget the first episode? Where Miko clearly stated that they fight in secret. How many times do I have to point this out? This is so inconsistent. It's like the first episode didn't even happen. What if something happens? Something's been happening in each episode. Have you forgotten?
Are you ready for a good time? Ready to feel the magic pour into your heart?
I've been waiting to have a good time since episode 1, man. Like, I've not been having a good time, and it's so sad. I was so proud of the first episode, and now it's just... Are you really hawking your CD in the middle of a fight? Can we not? Like, let's just get to the fight. I mean, you know what? Fuck it, I don't even care. I don't even care about the fight. You know what I've noticed about the fights? All of them, stylistically speaking, are just bland. They're not unique fights at all. Like, the most unique fight I've seen so far was the one with the... Actually, no, it was the teacher. The teacher using, like, the chemical equations. That was it. And, I mean, the girl with the wrenches was pretty interesting because she used weapons, but, I mean, we seen that in the first episode, and, I mean, even look, she even pulled out a weapon. What the fuck? See, at least that makes sense. She used a blade to cut her shirt open instead of just, like, punching her. But yeah, the fight scenes, they lack any sort of creativity. They're all too similar. Weapons, punching, kicking, flipping, tearing of the clothes. It's just, they're not interesting. That never gets old. You could actually have a drinking game to that, you know? Drink every time someone punches somebody and their clothes get ripped. You'll be dead. And she beat her so easily. You know, I get it. You know, the crowd turned on her, and that's where she got her powers. But, like, shit. 2, 3 punches and then that was it? You made this fight seem like it was such a tough fight, then all of a sudden, whoop, it's all done. We're done with her. Bye-bye.
The next battle you fight will be your final one.
What? What are you saying? I can't hear you. All these guys are literally talking directly at me. How can I hear you say anything? You act as though that she heard that. She didn't hear shit. You know what's another thing about this anime that I really don't like? It's so fucking dour. There's not a lot of levity in this show. Like, I guess you could say maybe the maid outfits. That was a bit levity, and there was this one comedic, like, discussion with Aya and her mother. But other than that, there's not a lot. Oh, the first episode had some levity, like some genuinely funny moments. What happened? I seriously, I feel as though episode 1 was written by one person, and then so they fired that guy and they brought in a new staff to write the rest of the episodes, and it just wasn't at the same level of quality. It's so fucking repetitive. It's boring now, guys. It's so boring. We're doing the same shit over and over again. She meets a girl, she gets her ass kicked a few times, her uniform gets completely shredded. But by the way, how many uniforms does this girl have? Didn't her mom like chew her out the first time her uniform was completely destroyed? And now she's coming home constantly with destroyed uniforms? I would start saying, honey, what's the deal? What's going on? Are you being bullied? Like, seriously. But back to what I was saying, like, these fights, they just fucking repetitive. Just like me complaining about this anime, just fucking repetitive. She gets her ass kicked, finds the confidence, wins the day, move on, rinse and repeat. Oh, thank God, this is the last episode and we do not have to watch this show anymore. My goodness. You went from great start to awful finish. I'm so disappointed. Anyway, let's just fucking finish this.
There's nothing you can do about it. Pathetic. You're still thinking of other ways you can get out of this. There's no delaying the inevitable. You must love a good struggle before you're done.
Jesus, just finish already! Stop with the monologuing!
I have to win for Miko and the others. But most of all for you. Thanks, Aya.
For her? Why her? Where did that come from? I have to win for you.
Knowing that,
When did you ever give a fuck about her?
you said you'd support me. You never showed up.
Jeez, that's kind of suspect, right? She was supposed to show up and she didn't? Kind of strange.
You didn't want anyone to be afraid of you. You were nice to Miko because you knew how it felt to long for friends and to be alone.
Why are you explaining this to us? The first episode conveyed this point perfectly. You don't need to remind us about this. We know this already. The fuck, anime? You're destroying every good deed that the first episode had. You destroyed all the goodwill the first episode gave you. You have nothing left now. Like, the fact that you had to explain that to us is kind of insulting. You thought the audience was too dumb enough to figure that out, that she hid the fact that she was once violent, and then she could relate to Miko wanting to have friends because she herself could not get friends because of how violent she was? We got that! That's why she became friends with her in the first place! Connection, remember?
Anytime you fought a battle for the martial art, you took intense pleasure from seeing another human in pain. You tried so hard to hide your joy.
Okay, see, now that would have been an interesting direction to take. Only here's the problem though. The evidence to support this claim is very limited. You can only really point to 2 moments in the series where she took pleasure in beating the shit out of somebody. And both times were with people she never knew. But when she was fighting somebody she did know, she was conflicted. Like, remember the scene where she was fighting Forgettable Wrench Girl? She smiled at the end like, haha, I enjoyed that. Or when she beat up the sister, she smiled about it. But then after that, like, they didn't, I guess maybe, if that's all you need to convince us that she enjoys beating people up, then fine, whatever. There's your evidence.
There's not even an ounce of good left in her heart. She's become completely evil. This would really make her true nature.
She's turned completely evil. Okay.
I
Okay, I guess so. And let me guess. Natsumi's gonna come at the last minute, right? Stop, Aya! This isn't who you are! Don't do this! Right? Is that what's gonna happen? Wait, is it? Oh, Jesus. It's really going at it. Watch, here comes Natsumi, right?
I don't think there's much more you can do to her.
Oh, hey, it's, remember her? It's been a while. See, it's been a while. Wait, that was the final fight? No, wait, what am I stupid? Of course that wasn't the final fight. We still have one more battle. She has to fight the head. Gonna fight the guy that she liked, even though, like, they didn't really build that up properly. You never really felt anything there, you know? It sucks because, like, this anime had so many opportunities to be great, to actually show the conflicting feelings that this character felt fighting people that she knew and loved. Like the fight with Misuma, that could have actually been an emotional fight had they built that up properly, but it was terribly done.
Miko, are you saying that you've been involved with this the entire time?
You're right. I was, but I couldn't have told you the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't have participated.
But really?
My sins. This poor Steve has no parents.
But really?
She was working part-time ever since high
It's so funny because, like, that could have been an effective twist. I'm more underwhelmed by it than really genuinely surprised. Like, I'm actually kind of upset. Oh, Miko was in on it the whole time. Okay, that's surprising, but at the same time, I just don't care. Like, whatever, right?
Don't come any closer! I am not going to interfere with any of your work, so don't you dare interfere with mine!
I wouldn't dream of it. For now. I just came to say, I think my heart has taken a turn. I want Aya very badly.
I want Aya very badly.
I knew this was your plan all along. I had heard you had plastic surgery to meet with her, but I really didn't think that you'd go to such pathetic measures.
Surgery?
Yes. He will change his look drastically to suit the tastes of the women he wants. That's the kind of person he is. Of course. This isn't the real Haruki, just an imposter.
Aya, please save me.
No, bitch, no. You put me through all of this shit and now you want me to save your ass? No, you choke, bitch. Choke. Don't you do it. Aya, no. Do not be manipulated by her, Aya. She put you through all this shit for no reason.
Haruki, you bastard!
I'm going to have to disappoint you. It's me, the Haruki you know and love.
That you know and love.
How's it going?
Whoa! Natsumi was in on it? What a surprise, guys! Man, this anime, man, it was just twists and turns everywhere. Didn't see that coming.
My mother's name was Yumi Kazuki. She passed away when I was 4. Unfortunately, I never really got the chance to know her. But I did get to know my father, Shigeyuki Isashima. And you may have heard of him. He's also your father.
What the fuck is happening right now? How many revelations are we gonna have in this episode?
My father was a wonderful man. He was always kind and genuine. He would never hurt anyone.
Well, okay, at least they brought up the father again, because they did point him out. So as long as they brought him back somehow, if he had some relevance to the story. So you could say that they did build it up, but the execution is just so lazy.
There now. It's all right, sweetheart.
No way!
That's right. My brother and Miko have been together for a while, long before we ever met you.
Wait, what? How many fucking you're gonna tell me that I'm actually your mother.
I couldn't tell if you were innocent, naive, or just retarded. It was so pathetic.
This was all one big ruse to trick her? What is this? What is happening right now? I'm at a loss for words. I have no idea what's happening anymore.
Because the person who started this entire martial art business more than 20 years ago is none other than the scumbag father you love so much.
The one who has emerged as the most victorious
Is her mother.
Suzuko Isashima, your mother. I had no idea she was so strong. She's an amazing martial artist, but her true ability is her heartlessness.
Indeed. And because
Where was the...
with your father, she had the
Again.
ability to manipulate all of the battles.
These revelations just have no impact because there was no hints to these. There was no build-up. Like the father thing, like there's a mystery to the father. We got that. But the mom was a part of this whole thing, like she knew? There was no hints that she ever showed any indication of knowing what was going on. Not even subtly, like she just thought, like to herself, like, oh, the fight, that's where my daughter's been. You know, not even like wandering looks or something like that. Like, what the fuck? This last episode has completely ruined this anime.
Anyone know where you were?
The onslaught of twists and revelations and convolutions have ruined this anime.
Look who caught
I hate this anime now. Wow, this is awful.
You have no idea how much it made me want to puke pretending to be friends with you.
Believe me, I completely understand what that's like. Smiling at her made my stomach turn too.
You guys are such assholes. Of course. They knew you were gonna do that.
I can't believe you tried to kill us just now.
That's really mean, Aya.
Me?
I told you the truth about the evil that is within
You reprehensible shits. You put her through all of this for the sins of her parents. You guys are fucking scumbags. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the ending to Blood Plus. No, not Blood Plus. Yeah, Blood Plus. Remember where it's like this big reveal that the whole thing was an act and they were just like pretending to do something for this one guy to trick this girl? That's what this ending reminds me of. It reminds me of the ending to Blood Plus. Where it was all a facade, it was all a big act. Just to trick the main character and put her through all these trials and tribulations just to kind of fuck with her. And let me guess, so they were cutting back and forth with this girl like pouring gasoline and putting like dynamite. I'm guessing the mom's here now. And she's gonna come save her daughter, that's what's gonna happen. Oh my goodness, like this is just cruel. This is cruel. You guys are literally torturing a character who had not done anything wrong to any of you at all. You're blaming her for the sins of her parents. That's fucked up. Oh look, it's mom.
What is she doing here?
Initially, I didn't want to.
What do you think she's doing here? She's come to save her daughter.
My daughter's in trouble, and I cannot just stand by.
You stood by for the entire series until the very end. Don't even, Mom.
Talk about my mother like that.
I'm okay with that.
Both my husband and my parents were killed by Kumi and Yumi's father. You see, it was your grandfather who killed all of them. It was your grandfather who killed all of them.
What's happening? What is... I'm losing my mind right now. How many fucking revelations does this last episode have? Well, it turns out the father wasn't the evil one. Your grandfather was the one that killed him. He's the one responsible. What the fuck is happening? Oh, by the way, you know, she got punched, yet her clothes didn't rip off. What the hell? This is bonkers. happening? I feel like I'm losing my mind right now. Wait, what the? Did you just pull a Sopranos on us? What the fuck? What the fuck was that last episode? I would say that I'm speechless, but I'm clearly talking, but I'm dumbfounded, guys. That last episode may be the most convoluted and confusing conclusions to a series I have ever seen. With revelations left and right that just came out of nowhere. What the literal fuck? I felt like I was losing my mind trying to just keep up with it. And I tried to pay attention intensely, not talk that much, so that I could actually hear everything that was being said. And even then, I was like, holy hell, man, did this take a dark and crazy turn? And I still have so many questions that I know for a fact I'm never gonna get any answers to, and to be quite honest, I don't care to get the answers to them. That was a god-awful anime. And what's even more painful is that it started on a good note. The first episode was good. It set up a lot of things about what was going to be transpiring. I bought this whole friendship angle. I liked this sort of build-up and explanation to the premise and to the world. Well, they explain why it's only girls that can participate in it. They kind of explain a little bit of what the mystic or the martial art is, but it's still sort of vague. I haven't seen an anime like this in a long time. Oh, I guess not a long time. The last anime I can remember that was like this was Doomed Megapolis. Coincidentally enough, also an OVA series. Excellent first episode. And then as the series went on, it just declined in quality until it turned into absurdity. In fact, it mirrors Doomed Megapolis. It starts off great, and then by the end, it ends on a note that's so fucking confusing, with so many different twists and turns and revelations. You're like, wait a minute, how did this all happen? Why wasn't this properly built up? Where did this come from? Now, you could make the argument that they do set up some mystery about the father. Like, there's something about the father that they're not telling us. There's something about her mother that they're not telling us. But to just spew it out like that with no real indications, and then to say that Miko was bad the whole time and is actually the main character, Aya's half-sister? What? Where did that come from? Her best friend Natsumi was in on the whole thing, which you could surmise. Like, she felt like she was hamming it up by episode 3. Like, I was starting to figure that there was something amiss here. I felt that with the brother instantaneously. I just don't feel like this was properly built up. It feels very out of nowhere. I can't really explain this phenomenon that I'm feeling right now, because, again, you could argue there are a lot of hints to this revelation, to the ending, the twist and stuff, but it wasn't really conveyed properly throughout the series. And maybe it was because I was so distracted by the poor animation and the abundance of fan service and the poor fight scenes that I wasn't really paying attention to the fact that there might be something going on underneath it all. But the thing is, at the end of the day, the twist isn't satisfying. In fact, it's just... I don't even know what the word is for it. But for sure, it wasn't satisfying. There's no sense of catharsis, basically. The ending makes you feel terrible, and it makes you feel like this whole charade was for nothing. They torture this poor girl for the sins of her father and her mother. That's cruel. It makes their motivation seem so scumfuckish. This girl literally did nothing to any of them. Nothing. Did nothing to any of them. They're gonna blame her for what her father, who's already dead, and her mother, who survived this whole charade, they're gonna blame her for their actions? What the fuck? And then it ends Soprano style, where it just cuts to black immediately after a character opens the door and like, oh, who's that? I mean, you could surmise that maybe it was Aya coming to finish the job, or maybe the mom escaped, because you could assume she died in the explosion, but I think no, that would have been too easy for her. And by the way, why would she just let her daughter just walk away and not like help her out or something? She decided to stay behind? Or maybe there's a secret organization within the secret organization, because that one guy that got shot in the head, he said, they're not gonna like this. Who's they? What an awful OV this is. What complete shit. I can't believe I wasted my time on this. And I'm just talking about the last episode. I didn't even talk about the other episodes. I mean, now it just feels like it was all pointless. It was for nothing. It all led to this revelation that everybody was in on a plan to torture this girl for arbitrary reasons that were out of her control. What the fuck was the point, man? Like, just... Fuck. I'm so upset. I might have to watch this again, because I really want to dissect all the issues with it. This is just an initial reaction. But my god, there's so much to unpack with this series, because it might be one of the worst anime I've seen all year. No, it is the worst anime I've seen all year. It actually might be the worst anime I've seen in the past 5 years. I know that's a bold statement, but I mean, my good, that last episode ruined all of the good faith that the first episode presented. All the goodwill from the first episode, like that. And it already was starting to dissipate by episode 4. I'm tired. It's like 11 o'clock right now. Yeah, see? 11, 12. I wasted 2.5 hours of my fucking life watching this. Excessive fan service. Like, blatantly excessive. I mean, excessive amounts of fan service, unnecessary amounts of fan service, lazy animation, unengaging fight scenes, bland characters, A story that had potential then turned into complete shit by the end. What is there to say? What good can I take away from this anime now? I lost all the good things I could say about this anime in one fell swoop by the end. The only good thing you could say about it is that the first episode was good, but by the end, when you realize it was all for nothing, it was all this big facade. I think I'm done. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm tired. This is gonna be a bitch of a video to edit. There's so much to unpack here, and it's just fucking hell. Well, thank you for watching this installment of Cringe Theater. I'm sorry that it was more of a rambling rant than it was me just cringing the whole time. I'm just super upset and let down. I'm so unfulfilled. You know what this makes me feel like? It makes me feel like I watched The Last Jedi again. Where I'm just so disappointed by the outcome. Like the whole thing of Rey being nobody, I mean fine, that's okay, but this just, it adds nothing to the character. It means nothing in the grand scheme of it all. Snoke being killed, well, you wasted that character. It adds nothing, it did nothing. The ending of the series, it did nothing for me. It wasn't like, oh my god, how crazy was that? Well, no, it did do that, but it was more of the negative, how crazy was that, than the, wow, that's fucking incredible. Anyway, I'm done. Stay tuned. I'll probably have a review for this out, hopefully this week. I do want to watch this again to kind of just pick apart how this anime was an epic fail. And I do want to get to that Made in Abyss review. I have to get to it. I'll get to it soon, I promise. My god, fuck. Yeah. If you guys like to send me any letters, you can send it to this P.O. box right up here. And as always, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you found some enjoyment in it, and I'm Tony Walton II, utterly devastated by what I just witnessed as the Black Critic Guy. I don't think I've been this devastated in a very long time. Like, I feel so crushed and beaten down. I feel like I am at the end of this series, man. Just, what the fuck? Till then, peace, YouTube.